Welcome along then to Portimao, one of the busiest towns in the Algarve and a breathtaking destination that brings tourists from all around the world to the shores of southern Portugal. Today it's the backdrop for the latest round of the Formula One World Championship, and with a circuit this wide, we could be in for a lot of exciting wheel-to-wheel action today. So Portimao features 15 turns over the course of its 2.9-mile length. 9 are right-handers, 6 are to the left, and this is a track with a lot of uphill action, which only accentuates the importance of getting those exits right, especially at turn 4, where a good line can present opportunities to pass on the way into turn 5. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Bottas, Max Verstappen and Norris, Sainz, Ryan, Gasly and Fernando Alonso, Ricciardo, Vettel, Lance Stroll and Tsunoda, Ocon, Russell, Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi, Drugovich, Mick Schumacher, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be racing here at Portugal. Um, Everyone's starting on softs. Last race, we raced at Imola. It was a pretty good result. It was a pretty nice race. We were struggling with the engine a little bit, and we underfueled just a tiny bit too much. We went from 9th place to 11th in the final corner on the final lap of the race. Lost out on some points. But today we're looking to get some points back. Starting P8, looking pretty good. We're doing the 2-stop strategy. Soft to medium. We're starting on an old pair of softs. Sainz ahead, Norris ahead, and then it's just the Red Bulls and the other Ferrari and the Mercedes. So, with that being said, I don't think it's gonna be likely that we're getting anywhere near the top 7. Like, I mean, maybe, but like, I don't know. We'll have to see. It's likely that we are fighting for like P8, P9 for most of the race. But yeah, here we go, racing at Portugal. This is probably one of more of my favorite tracks, probably. I just really like the turns, and I like the elevation change, the uphills, downhills. It's really nice. Yeah, starting from P8, it should be very exciting. We'll have to see if our teammate can get some positions. He did do pretty good last race, got 13th. He did start 16th, so not a huge improvement, but for him that's probably pretty good, being P13. So yeah, but here we go, coming to the line, reforming. So yeah, it should be a good race. And here we are. The lights are on here in Portugal. It is 5 red lights. And away we go. Lewis Hamilton and Sergio Perez on the front row. Here we go. We're back here in P8. Not a good start. Gasly gets the better of us. So does Alonso. 4 wide into turn 1. The Aston gets a little bit of a squeeze there. We're on the inside of Fernando Alonso. Gets our position back up into P8. Back where we started. Pierre Gasly gains a position on Alonso. And now here we go. These 2 cars, or 3 cars actually. We're going to dive down the inside of Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari, gaining as many positions we can off the start before everyone gets spaced out. And it works out well. We get up into P7. Carlos loses 2 positions. Pierre Gasly up into P8. Here we go. Max Verstappen, after a unfortunate mechanical failure last week in Imola, scoring I believe only 12 points so far. He's actually, I think he's in 8th in the constructors standings. Not doing so well. But right now he's trying to get some big points, trying to get on the podium, and his teammate up in 2nd place. Sergio Perez, he has won every single race this season, and it's only 2 races, but pretty dominant looking so far, as he's up in P2 right now, looking to get by Lewis Hamilton. Here we go, coming down the main straight. Carlos Sainz looking to go on the inside of Pierre Gasly, and looks like he's going to have the move done pretty easily as he gets it finished in turn 3. And now he's about a second behind us right now, and once DRS opens up, I'm sure it will not be good for us. I don't think we can stick with the top 6, and yes, we cannot. 2 seconds behind Lando Norris already after just 3 laps. And Carlos Sainz right on our rear wing. There you go, Sainz going down now, uphill. We're going to go to the inside maybe, but he's going to say that he's going to wait off for just a little bit. Wait for the DRS, wait for the front straightaway. And here we go, coming down the main straight, about just like a car length in between our rear wing and his front wing right now. We're going to guard the inside of the track, kind of. He's going to go to the outside. We block that outside lane. He's going to try to go to the inside, but nope, not there. And we keep our P7, but now just a lap later, coming onto lap 5 right now. Sainz, what's he going to do? We're kind of covering the outside lane. He's going to go to the inside. He's alongside into turn 1, but we're able to outbrake him. A bit of a lockup for us. We go a little wide, but we keep our position, P7. Here we go. This fight between Carlos and I, backing up quite a lot of people. Daniel, Gasly, Fernando Alonso, and Sebastian Vettel. So from P7 to P12, people are being affected by this fight. And here we go. Lap 6. Sainz, can he get it done this time? He's going to the inside again. We're going to squeeze him out a bit, and we keep our position again. And you can see the gap there as the other Ferrari and the McLaren leave this corner, and we are just now entering a big 6-second gap from us to Lando Norris, and it is building. And here we go on to lap 7 right now. We're covering the inside lane. Sainz to the outside. No, we swerve over to the outside. Sainz is ahead of us, but we brake late. Keep the position again. And look at this train that's forming behind Carlos. Here we go. Lap 8, coming on to lap 9 now. Science gonna try the same thing to the inside. We swerve over. Oh my god, inches from touching. And we keep the position yet again. Some great defending. Risky, but great defending right now from our Nissan. Keeping P7. And here we go. Here's the battle up front. Top 5. It looks like Lando Norris. He may be coming into box. Yes, he is. Followed by probably us. We're probably going to be pitting this lap because we did start on old softs, remember, and followed by the Ferrari, the AlphaTauri, and the Alpine. On to another set of soft compound tires. Lando exiting the pit lane. Looking to be P13. And now here we go. We are exiting with Carlos Sainz right behind us. But here comes Latifi, who is going to give us he's just going to get ahead of Sainz. So that helps us out temporarily. I would not be surprised if Sainz is able to get by the Williams very quickly, likely on this lap. And he's actually going for it on the outside of Nicholas Latifi. Banging tires right now. Latifi on mediums, going a little farther it looks like. And there it is. Here we go, Max Verstappen. He boxed for a set of hards. Here we go, Sergio Perez now, and Valtteri Bottas. Looks like they're going to be racing on the exit. And coming down the main straight is Lewis Hamilton and the Aston Martin. And oh, Lewis Hamilton sees the spin, and Max Verstappen goes into the back of Bottas. And that is big debris. Let's look at a replay. Here's Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel racing. Here comes, oh my god, Perez, and now here comes, oh wow, big hit from Max, loses his entire front wing. Oh my goodness. And there's the safety car, double yellow flags. Here's Lewis. Wow. Let's take one last look at this. Lewis Hamilton spins from contact. Oh my god. Wow. That has just put a spanner in the works now. Everyone is just coming for their pit stop. And there it is. No front wing for Max Verstappen. So let me break it down. Sergio Perez coming out of the pits with Bottas right behind him. And then on the main straight is Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel side by side coming down. Vettel, it's 3 wide. Lewis Hamilton gets ahead. He's looking to get ahead of Sergio Perez and not be overtaken and give up the lead. So he makes contact with Perez, spins around. His teammate Bottas sees this and for some reason stops, and Max Verstappen, no time to react, goes straight into the back of him, and here he is coming in for new soft compound tires and a new front wing. Very unfortunate for Max, a DNF last weekend, and now this weekend damage, serious damage to his wing and probably the rest of his car, and he also only was able to do about 4 laps on those hard compound tires. But wow, a safety car on lap 12 of this race. And here we go. We are up in P6. Sainz is back in 7th, and Max is back in 18th. That's why we've gained those 2 positions. Got ahead of Sainz, and we stayed ahead of Sainz for the entire race. Actually, we're actually doing very well, fending off the Ferrari. But we'll have to see. There's Max right there. He's got a lot of work to do in that Red Bull. He was looking to get a podium, but I don't know. This may not be so good. He's got the other Nissan right in front of him. But here we go. Safety car is in. Here we go. Let's see if we can't get a nice move on Hamilton, get maybe an extra position. We are on softs. We decided to stay out. And here we go. We're coming to the line. We're side by side with Hamilton across the line. Timed that perfectly. And now we're coming down the main straight on the inside of Lewis Hamilton. We squeeze him wide and we get the position. What an absolute masterclass. We actually got a little damage with Norris there, I think. Broke a little too late, I think. We may have some minor damage. I'm gonna check it out. Oh, we do have some on the left side, but it's not really enough to affect us, I don't think, and I hope. But all of a sudden, we're up in P5 right now on some softs. But we do have Lewis Hamilton in that Mercedes, and that Mercedes is an absolute tank. And even on the hards, that doesn't really mean anything. He is going to be hunting us down. Even without DRS, he may be able to get a move done. As we are coming down the main straight now out of the final corner, Sainz is on Lewis Hamilton's rear wing. But here we go down the main straight. We're using all the battery we have. He's going to the outside. Sainz looking to make a move. He's going to get a 3 wide, but oh wow, great defending. We're able to keep our position. I thought we were done for. I thought we were back to P7. We're able to do some amazing defending, keeping these two behind for just one more lap. But here we go. This time with the DRS, Lewis Hamilton. Oh no, not the DRS. One more lap, I believe. On the outside, and we're able to keep the position. We're doing great defending right now. But now here comes Hamilton, and I believe this time he will have DRS, I believe. On the inside, it looks like. And yep, already has the position. And yeah, there goes Lewis. And oh, Carlos Sainz? What has happened to Carlos? He's pulling off and he's retiring. The Ferrari is retiring. Possible mechanical failure. I don't see any smoke from that car, but that's the only reason and I see for the retirement. And now the Ferrari is out. Meanwhile, Max Verstappen up in P13, looking to get by Lance Stroll and then Yuki Tsunoda. He's almost up into the points, and now Lando Norris and us and Pierre Gasly and a couple others are coming into the pits for our final round of pit stops. We may have done an oopsie on not boxing during the safety car, but here we go, coming out on our mediums for the last 14 laps of this race. We're kind of hoping that the hards that everyone else is kind of running drops off in the last, and hopefully like around the last couple laps of the race we can maybe get up into the points, but it's gonna be tough back in P18 right now. We'll have to see. Charles Leclerc, he is coming out on his mediums in P12. P13, is Kimi Raikkonen gonna get? No, he's not, unfortunately. But yeah, back to Carlos Sainz a couple laps ago. He was fighting. We were fighting him the entire race. He may have been having a engine problem. That may have been why he had some trouble getting by us. And then I guess it caught up to him, and then he had engine failure. But here we go. We're gonna get by Nicholas Latifi. We're given some DRS to get down the main straight. Now up next is Kimi Raikkonen and Felipe Drugovich. They're about 2 seconds up the road. Right now, Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc together. And here we go. Guess who it is? Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez. After Max had damage and had to pit, Lewis Hamilton spun and was back in about P8 or P6 on the restart. Now it's these two fighting for the race win yet again, like it has been for the last 2 races. Will Perez get 3 straight wins over Bottas, or will Bottas finally get a race win for the first time this season? Max into the pits again, likely for the last time. His pit strategy has kind of gone off the rails. He went softs to start the race and then hards for about 3 laps, and then he had to pit for another pair of softs and now another pair of softs just now. So he's on a 4-stop strategy. Looking in for P12, and we get it. But not far behind, as you can see in the background, Max Verstappen. Now he's looking at his pretty much his teammate, Pierre Gasly in the Alpha Tower, Junior Red Bull, whole team pretty much, and he's up into P14. And right now, our next car in front of us is our teammate, Felipe Drugovich, looking for some quick, easy overtake. Looking for some nice team orders or something. No scrapping. We don't have time to fight. We got Max Verstappen closing in, and we're still trying to get up into the points. So here we go. We're going to go to the inside. We're alongside and easily ahead of our teammate into turn 1. But there goes Max. We get an overtake. He gets an overtake. And now, here we go. Just a lap later, he's already on the back of Drugovich. And yeah, just the speed of that Red Bull can't hold them up forever, really. And we have a 1.4-second lead over Max. And what's not looking good for us is we are 8.2 seconds back from Esteban Ocon up in P10 in the points. So we got a lot of work to do, and we're trusting that the hards fall off drastically. But right now, here comes Max on our rear wing. We're not really trying to fight. We will have to overtake 2 cars now. But I think we have a much better chance if we just stay back, if we just let him go instead of fighting with him, because we have about like 7 seconds to make up. And here we go, Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas with 4 laps to go. Sergio Perez still holds the lead of the race. Bottas half a second behind him. Can he finally get the race win? Here we go, Charles Leclerc looking to get by Sebastian Vettel. 4 tenths back, trying to get by his past teammate up into the top 5. Not quite there yet. Here's Lewis Hamilton, and here is his teammate, yet again half a second back, lost to the driver in front of him both times this season, looking to finally break that streak. As here we go, coming down the main straight onto lap 31. Here we go, 3 laps to go now. 4 tenths, 3.5, 3. And at the end of the straight, it's 3 tenths gap. And they're coming up on some lap cars now. And here we go, Charles Leclerc looking to get by Sebastian Vettel on his rear wing and up the inside. And it's an easy overtake for the Ferrari. Here we go, Bottas. This fight for the lead. Getting by a lap car right now. Mazepin doesn't give any challenge to any of the drivers. And through they go. Almost on to 2 laps to go now. And these two are by themselves up here. Hamilton 4 seconds back from this fight. Bottas about 4 tenths, 3.5 tenths 3/10 back as he gets the DRS. 2 laps to go now. The gap is 2/10. One alongside with Perez. They're still side by side into turn 3. Perez ahead, but Bottas on the inside for turn 3 now. Now he's going to squeeze out Perez, and Bottas takes the lead of the race. Valtteri Bottas finally takes the lead of the race with 2 laps to go, and now he's just got to hold on for just about a lap and a half to get the win he's been waiting for. Now here we go, Lando Norris fighting with Sebastian Vettel right now for a P6. And we look down the order to back us in 12th. Not looking good, 6 seconds back from Ocon. Our 2-stop strategy did not work out. For us, it doesn't look good. And yeah, here we go, Lando Norris on Sebastian Vettel. And after two pretty frustrating moments for the McLarens, both caused by me, I'll admit, 2 front wing issues in the first 2 races for each driver on the McLaren team, sent both of them out of the points for at least one of the races, but 4th and 6th for this one. And finally, final lap, Valtteri Bottas with pretty much a 1-second lead over Perez. He is going to come home in that Mercedes here in Portugal in round 3 to take the checkered flag for the first time. Perez will have to wait till next time to get another number 1. But here we go, Max Verstappen up in P9. Unfortunate season to start for him, but he's looking to get by the other AlphaTauri, by Yuki Tsunoda, looking for just a couple more points to just... Here we go. It doesn't look like he's gonna get it. He's still behind that AlphaTauri. Can Yuki hold on to P8 and 2 of the line? Yes, he can. It's P8 for Yuki. Max takes 9th, and unfortunately, our strategy did not work out. It's going to be P12. A terrible, terrible P12. So unfortunate. Safety car did us well, got us up into P5 for a moment, but had to come into pit.
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
There we go. Bottas finally on the top step of the podium with his teammate Lewis Hamilton in P3. Unfortunate for Max Verstappen, but Nissan P8 in the constructors, P14 in the drivers. I mean, heck of a race. Some insane battling between us and Carlos Sainz in the early parts of the race, and then that massive crash with the leaders. Not massive, but did affect the top 4 finishers. Daniel Ricciardo P4, great job for him. Lando Norris P6, McLaren looking really strong. Max Verstappen P9, another unlucky race for him. But Bottas finally on the top step of the podium. Guys, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Come back next week. It is Spain. I'll see you guys then. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Peace.